at who is playing, but someone with a white border throne room against the Rops deck. Let's see. As soon as we know who the players are, I'll update it. Alright, so yeah, if you're just joining us, this is game 2 about to start. Light side throne room, dark side Rops. I'll let you know who the players are as soon as I know. First game was won by Greg Shaw with Diplo over Bastion with Map. Okay, Brian Mischke versus Stefan DeVos. Let me get those updated if give me a moment here.
I believe that the table is going to be a point of contention all day long. No, it does not appear that they have a bigger table.
This is the table that they're working on, and this is the table that we got. So this is the first live stream ever from a European event, so let's just be thankful that we got what we got.
Some rocks.
So this is going to be a mains Rops as opposed to a dingus kind of Rops.
So something that Mischke might be familiar with, especially because he just saw one Endor. Werfs.
Did he play him at Continentals or?
I'm kind of wondering if this is the deck that was the brainchild of Werfs and Harpster. You know, we kind of shared deck ideas going into Continentals. It'll be interesting to see if the 17 Baders.
Nice. Got us a little score sheet now. So I will mark
We got grabbers coming out.
First victory for USA.
Yep. I haven't checked the forums, but I'm sure there's probably some updates from game 1. Maybe you guys can pull that up and see if there's any surprising results.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, I will.
It's a little harder for me to manage that stuff, so if you guys are able to take the lead on that kind of stuff. What is that weird buzzing noise? You guys getting that?
Oh.
Huh.
Okay, so they haven't posted the results yet, so we'll get those in. As soon as we get those in, we will let you guys know.
Yeah, for you guys who are doing commentary, make sure your cell phones aren't too close to your microphone. Sometimes you get some feedback from that. Alright, so Mischke was able to get out a couple Twixes, it looks like, or at least a Docking Bay and a Twix.
Got what? Boss Nest Chamber?
Yeah, I couldn't tell which one it was, but yeah, you got one Docking Bay and one Twix out. Yeah, they are 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. 8 hours ahead of Mountain Time, where I currently reside, and I think Mike Turner currently resides. And
That's correct.
9
9
hours
hours ahead
for Dan.
So I know it's a little small, but we got our scoreboard. Greg Shaw's number 1 right now.
Yeah, we'll do that on our other view in between games. Have a little more close up for your scoreboard.
I think I can.
So it looks like
Vader's Castle coming out.
yeah, Stefan's got Mustafar, Vader's Castle, and a Raltier location. Can't tell what that white bordered red card is.
I think I have you now.
Oh, he's using,
Yes.
yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So it's
I'm interested in
definitely
the version that we built up here in Endor. Typically try not to pull the crush pulls early, because if you not your garrison and you end up having to pull the garrison,
Yeah.
those later site pulls are, you usually try and check your reserve deck with the crush pull first. You might.
Right, but in this particular matchup, you definitely want your I have you now, in case
I
there's some
want
sort
your
of
I have you now.
for an early battle, potentially. Sorry, I do live by a train tracks. If you guys are hearing train noise, I'll turn my
We
mic
are.
off for a second. I'll just go mute for a moment.
Okay, now
Still
that
getting the buzzing noise?
No. I'm not, at least. Stefan just got down to his sides. Glad there's, yeah, we got a nice group of.
Reserve deck search here. It looks like a pretty traditional throne room.
Currently at 19 watchers. Switch.
The Odin combo in there. Princess, it looks like. Throne room.
All right. I think the train noise should be over with now. Sorry about that. I'll try to mute my mic if there's another one. I live right next to a
Comes
train
Luke
track.
down
So.
to the spaceport site.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do if I was Mishki. In this matchup, Throne Room has to play super aggressive.
In our testing with this, I mean, Harpster likes to brag about it being teched out for Throne Room, but that's typically the toughest matchup for the Rops mates. It's just slow enough that, like, usually going Vader to the castle, Vader out, have the opportunity to attack you before you have the opportunity to attack them.
I mean, Mishki didn't
with
get
a mall opening hand or something like that.
Mishki didn't get all of his activation in his opening hand, at least. So, you know, Stefan isn't gonna get.
Sites out there already, though.
Looks like it's a docking bay. He's got the throne room
the throne
and
room, a docking bay, and either I think it's the NAS chambers. You're right, yeah. So I mean, he didn't get the JCC,
and he didn't get the other docking bay out.
Yeah, he'll get that out this next turn, presumably, and maybe he drew into a speak. We'll see for that. But I've seen faster throne room starts, but it's definitely a pretty average.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's still a good start, especially against the Rops, because I mean, Stefan's getting what, 2? He's getting 11 right now. I mean, it's not ideal for Rops, but still enough that he can throw down like Vader or something. And he knows, and Mishki knows he's got the I have you now, so he's got to at least have something to combat against that. Maybe a sense.
Well, he has evacuation. He has evacuation control that he deployed. So that the cards stacked to the right of his reserve deck or the left of his reserve deck, I believe those are stacked on evacuation control. So that will help with the I have you now.
Okay.
The like Wisa and then 2 other cards underneath it. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I think that's evac control and 3 cards stacked upon it.
I mean, that's good. At least he has that to combat it. I have you. And the garrison.
Lightsaber.
So that's Vader to the castle with the lightsaber.
Yeah. Lord Vader.
Yeah, he's pretty good at killing Jedis and stuff. Also, it gives him a nice defense value increase. So he's hard
And
to
it's
hit.
just and it's like them Vader battling Luke here.
Yeah, we'll see what Stefan decides to do. He's going to move Vader over to the middle Raltier site. Chris Kelly, white bordered cards are people too. My favorite cards are white bordered Japanese. Just kidding, they don't exist.
No, I was going to say
Japanese.
I know the Pittsburgh guys love their white border Japanese. So if you have them, I know you look up at find Matt Carulli or Justin Carulli, they'll overpay you for what they're worth.
All right, so now we'll see what Mishki does to respond here.
Yeah. Do you think he actually has fun?
We'll see if he gets any
They'll
more.
probably either set up to lock down another site or the system, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because
The Rock main stack typically is real light in space. It runs like one Maul's ship, maybe two, and then the Emperor's shuttle, you know. So
he's getting the
but if
JCC.
Brian's aware of that, he'll probably try and go to space quickly.
Depends on Mishki's space as well.
I'm guessing he's using Speak with the Jedi Council to get the JCC, and I think he pulled the Tantive, so maybe he has a fly casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess fly casual's probably best
So, good call, Mike. You are Gianni on the spot today, just calling out all the good plays.
I told you, man, I thrive at this time of night.
That makes one of us. So then, yeah, Mishki can use the Tantive to take over the Raltier system if he wants to stack that.
That would be my guess, you know.
Go to the docking bay.
Guess that, I mean, Steven's probably not going to even go after Tantive if Brian puts it down at Raltier. He might hope if that even feels worth it, or he might just go to the other battleground, you know, fly battle plan on his own. Oh, it looks like Brian is going to try and clear Vader here, possibly. Is that Padme?
Yeah, it's Padme.
Interesting. The card that we did toy around a little bit with this build was Vader's Anger, so it might be interesting to see that to possibly hit and cancel.
So that's Padme and a Rey, right?
Possibly, yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, because he's doing a US5 hole.
Yeah, I think it's Goggles Rey. The standard.
How broken do you guys think Padme will be when we find out Rey's Skywalker?
It's not a
I don't think that's going to happen.
You know what? I'm going to say this. This conversation is boring.
Boring
I thought it was swing and a miss.
Well,
isn't that what we decided on?
I think we're going to change it to swing and a miss for the next one. But
well, that's the problem with swing and a miss is then you've got two light side cards. We need to throw a dark side card.
That was kind of why I went with the dark side card there, but
yeah. What do you say for the light side, dark side parity? You could use direct hit instead of it's a hit.
We could use direct hit.
Yeah, but
just suggestions. I do like the ideas you guys come up with, though. I think they're fun.
Yeah, that last show was definitely a fun one. So thanks for watching.
Whatever, yeah. Well, the next one's going to be even. Is going to be very.
Mishki's got all his activation out.
Yeah.
Going to see the battle against.
Did he just?
He just let Luke run. He ran. Luke ran. Oof.
Yeah, this could be painful.
I didn't see any
And
kind
this
of
is why
easy.
throne room tends to be kind of difficult for this Rops mains deck. It just is slow enough that like anyone out to back Vader up early on a little bit slower play from the light side too. And fortunately, like for Stefan, it looks like
I mean, the nice thing is Stefan's going to
play
have
didn't happen.
Stefan's going to have the rotating
The swing does hit Padme.
Vaders.
Here,
Have the
that would be
sniper.
big.
I think he missed Vader.
No, he didn't. He didn't swing. I think he just added to the attrition.
No, he definitely
Oh, good
swung.
against drops. I agree.
Maybe he didn't swing.
No, he swung.
Swung at Vader and missed. For
Missed.
sure.
Yeah, and then he drew.
Yeah, okay. Would the
Destiny.
run Luke run have worked if he had moved Vader to the docking bay instead of to the middle site?
I believe Run Luke run.
Oh, because it has to be adjacent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe if he would have, I mean,
Is it land speed?
yeah. So maybe if
I like going Vader to the docking bay just because a lot of the light side characters deploy +1 there.
yeah,
you know?
that's what I was also about to say too. Is not only do you have the deployment thing, but then maybe if the run Luke run doesn't work.
Okay, so the Run Luke runs works, but Luke is not power +2 because Vader's there.
But
This is Vader.
Yeah, Vader has to be there, is present or adjacent
Peeling.
for cancel that part of the game text.
He's peeling
Peeling.
cards. Lost to Janice.
Peeling 2.
Yeah, so no gig from Stefan, so this is a bad start for him. So I think he's going to be 5 overflow.
Yeah.
I don't know, nothing too terrible. Something that often and early about that Rob's deck is you never mind losing cards early, especially from your reserve, because you have that exchange. You know, you can get
right. Like he's going to use that exchange text to
almost
get back
like
the
growing
Vader
your
or the
hand
Saber.
size.
Yeah.
Growing your hand size.
Well,
a little
the
bit.
Saber, he can just get it back with "I am your father."
Right. Yeah. So then you just use that to get Vader out.
So yeah,
then...
you just get Vader, and you just keep recycling your Vader. That's what we saw Werfs do in one.
15 Vaders, right?
15 Vaders all day, every day. So I mean, if you're Mishki at this point, you've got to think pretty good. You saw one Vader go off the get lost. There's nothing on Relatier right now.
Top decked an Emperor too, which is going to hurt his potential space package with the Emperor shuttle.
But again, he can get it back.
No, you can only exchange so many times. Okay, here comes EPP Maul. He's going to try to clear the Luke.
Still has the I have you dip that he's got.
About that, did he not play that last time?
There's 3 cards stacked on evac control, or 2 cards.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I didn't see Luke get hit, but I think I saw Amara Jade's lightsaber.
Misses, both misses.
So Luke's not getting hit.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Neither of those characters wanted to die there.
I mean that Rob stick doesn't necessarily have destiny.
And I was gonna say there was okay.
Exchange.
So yeah, Steven almost forgot his exchange, but Mishki
the
being
whole point of that battle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now he can get Vader back out. He can get the Saber, and he doesn't have to worry about the Padme. so his swings are +1.
Until Brian pays his second Padme.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's got that.
Or the blaster flexion, or Jedi's concentration, or something else.
You are right, Eric. And worst day 3 list was the same as his day 2 list. It is very, very low number for sure.
Yeah.
Loses to 4 strains. And then I think now we're going to see the tan tip come out.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's just going to draw. Yeah, I guess there's really no reason for him to just
Well, he came down with Obi-Wan.
puts Obi-Wan out, and then, you know, gets his hand size back up to where he wants it to be, and gets some.
Yeah, because I mean, Steven's not really worried about flipping, so Mishki's.
I don't
really
think
drive-
he's going to be
Mishki's in
able
the
to flip
driver's
at
seat.
this point. You read the forums recently. This is where Brian Mishke is the control and Stefan DeVos is the beatdown.
And just like in our last game, where Gregory Shaw was the control and Bastion was the beatdown.
Exactly.
Which is kind of funny. I mean, if you think about it. Normally, Euros are the control, and Americans are the beatdown. So
has less to do with that, more
flip.
just but
yeah. Yeah, Eric, he could play the I Have You Now, but Mishki still has 3 cards on evac control, so it's not going to do it.
Still a problem.
Yeah.
it's a pretty techie card for Throne Room to have, and lucky that he was able to
Yeah.
get it out early, the evac control. Because a lot of times
Well, I mean,
with Throne Room, you're adding destinies of your own and stuff, but in this this matchup, it's definitely doing the good work.
Well, I think we hit about the point on Wednesday. If you think about it, the only real way to get rid of Luke right now isn't with weapons; it's multiple destinies. So if you just want to let your Luke sit there, what are you going to use? Evac control, or Hear Me Baby, stuff like that.
Yep.
So I mean, it stops I Have You Now. It stops Maul Strikes. It stops Boba Fett. All those cards just lose their punch.
Totally. Yep. It's force push from Stefan. See what he can do to gain some momentum in this matchup. Thanks for joining us here on Star Wars CCG channel. This is game 2 of Worlds. I actually forgot to update that. Game 2. We saw Greg Shaw win in the game 1. Have you guys been able to check and see if there's any more updates on the forums on maybe some?
Give me I got it.
See if there was any results posted from round 1. Some noteworthy results. We'll get them to you.
As we get the results, we'll give them out straight to you guys who are watching.
Stefan, see, is he still working on that force push? Or do you pull something yet? Okay, yeah, here he comes with the Vader.
It's interesting that he's not going after Luke.
Well,
He can just sit there with.
Probably doesn't have enough. I mean, it's Luke and Obi-Wan.
As for results from game 1, it doesn't look like we have really much out there.
Okay.
So, but as we get them, we will let everybody know.
Vader and lightsaber.
I will say, if for one result, I don't know if anybody would be interested. Matt Crewley won over Casper, timed.
Is that
I only
is that Tarkin joining Vader?
Yep.
All right, so at least he's got a controlled site now with lightsaber and Vader and Tarkin, but still going to be taking a drain.
I would say the dark side player is probably drawn looking for Erica. The Erica play undercover there at the it's like an imbalanced combo to cancel this. Sorry about the mess. If that things like that become an issue, you just battle and we're go back.
I mean, yeah, light side.
Say that would be a good way to lock down that site with Lou. Would it?
Undercover spy, yeah. See if he's got a core and horn or something to match that, but
it's possible. Yeah.
Mishki plays an escape pod.
Presence in the top of the lost pile there, is it?
Yeah, it was he lost that card to get the lightsaber last turn. This is a cold feet.
Cold feet.
To the drain.
That's one of his probably 2 ships.
Yeah.
And
so now Mishki can. You think Mishki goes up in space just so he can get those drains free?
Exactly. He
I
just
would
put the Tantive out.
think Mishki's play is to go to space. Yeah, for sure.
Tantive is out with some sort of pilot. I didn't see the pilot.
Oh.
Bail.
The pilot, it's not a passenger. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's solo.
Yeah, it could have been a Ray or...
It could
have been a used pile search if it was Ray.
Yeah.
Pile search if it was Ray.
So that was solo.
Solo.
I'm almost positive it was solo.
Yeah, because it had like a blue tint to it.
It does kind of look like a dual icon as well. So yeah, I'm guessing it's solo. Yeah.
Surprising that's all he puts down.
I think, like Mike is saying, if Mishki's pretty well up on the meta, he knows that this Rops deck doesn't run a ton of ships, and he's already lost an Emperor and an Emperor shuttle off the top. I think,
Yeah, and I mean, Mishki's a good player. Just
Harkin's already on the ground. I mean, the worst he's looking at here is worst deck ran a copy of the blank ability. That might be a thing, but I don't think that Mishki looks like he's in bad shape at all here. Faring pretty well.
So he's got a Dark Time, Gek combo, Maul Sith Infiltrator.
Jared is right. Is anybody on WhatsApp? I think that is true that they're using that for pairings instead of the forum.
Yeah, that's news to me. I don't know. I don't have that app, so maybe.
Yeah, if Mike, do you know what is the WhatsApp for people that don't know?
Chat, I think, kind of like Slack or.
Okay, Blizzard 4 is coming down here against Luke and Obi.
If you don't mind seeing if you could find out about that, maybe after game 2 here, I'll see if I can get on my phone and download it or something. But
Is it only for the
for
phone?
easiest access.
So Mishki had the perimeter scan for the Blizzard 4, so you can't bury your vehicles, but you can surely perimeter scan the Blizzard 4. So
Can perimeter scan them.
certainly a blowout there.
That might have been. I'm looking for the
perimeter scan makes it so they can't download a character, and they also can't battle.
Yeah. What character for if you were able to use Blizzard 4 to download?
Which character would you download if you could?
Yeah, I mean, because he's already got Tarkin out. I don't think you can use that to pull Erica, can you?
Mara, Erica.
I think Erica is probably the play in the deck. I don't think Mara's in there.
I almost thought that there was a Mara Saber in the deck, but I could be wrong.
But you can use that with Arica.
It could be a modified version of Work's deck for sure.
Yeah. Mara would be good, or one of the Royal Guards would be a good pull if you're running them.
The Royal Guards would be good, that is true.
You could pull the Garrison and go double maintenance card.
That in his hand.
Oh, okay.
He does have a decent hand. It's just not really anything to attack with.
Okay, so they did just post the pairings on Slack. Some winners include Joe Olson, Mark the Pirate.
Is that Darth Sidious to the Mustafar site?
Correct.
DDM.
You watched the North American Continental stream was helped Chris Worst in a match against Throne Room. He placed about out of play with Sidious against Jan Westergaard's Throne Room.
Yeah, Sidious has some good game techs against Throne Room.
So apparently, did Greg win that? Because apparently on the pairings it says Bastion.
Did they time out?
I don't know.
Look to us like Greg won that game from the board state and everything. Maybe that's just an error on that, but we'll figure it out.
Bastion's body language indicated to me that he felt he had lost as well. I'm not sure about that.
Unless it was some sort of time situation. I'm not really sure why, but I'm sure we'll get some clarity here at some point. But never know. This Star Wars can be a crazy game.
Might have a rules question or something here.
He put Min the Royal Guard down, and then I think he's also putting
a street text to move Tarkin over.
Oh right, yeah.
Whatever site that is that moves it.
He's moving from the street to the office. But leaving Vader at the street. So he's got the Blizzard 4 loaded up with the Royal Guard and Tarkin.
But I think they're both outside, aren't they? It kind of looks like.
I would wager that they're inside because of the two lightsabers.
Not safer, doesn't it?
Yeah. And like those two characters would only net you +2 piloting. Or no, you can't even pilot the Blizzard 4. So yeah, I would still guess that they're passengers. I really hope you don't get like a ROPS versus QMC matchup on this table, because that would be really hard to fit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
will be unhappy to hear that it looks like Dennis Reinhardt upset Silver Glen
Yeah,
in
I
game
saw
one.
that.
Wow. Go Dennis. He's a good kid. I like Dennis.
Yeah.
Let's say
And
that Bastion won game one. We appear to be wrong about that. We'll have to look into that a little bit.
Yeah.
well,
Here comes Lando.
Consolation prize, you can rib your friend Jeeps a little bit about losing to Jonas Norgard in game one.
Jeeps is going to lose a lot of these games.
Kruger beats Jan Westergaard game one.
Who did?
Kyle.
Oh,
Kyle
okay.
Kruger beats
Yeah.
Jan Westergaard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now this says Stefan DeVos lost his first game, but we are seeing him on stream. So I'm not sure how accurate these results are because I feel like we'd see winners in game one or game two, wouldn't we?
Not necessarily. They could have just thought it'd be a good matchup, or
I guess it is early. That is true.
but yeah, I've definitely seen 0-1 players on game two before. Looks like he did leave those characters outside the Blizzard 4 because they are getting sliced and diced by lightsabers right now. This could be over. Well, I guess he does have the Gick in hand. Ooh, draws a loop for Battle Destiny.
That couldn't see. That was way too fast of a flip for character. Oh, it was or that whatever Stefan.
I didn't see what Stefan drew. Yeah, enough to kill somebody. Lando. Or yeah, he killed Lando. So he plays a Dark Collaboration, right? Or no, is that a command? I think that's just
I can't.
I think that's just a command.
Sure.
Yeah, it's. So apparently Bastion did win, right, Greg?
Bastion did win.
Yeah, that's what Thomas is saying.
Interesting. It had to have gone to time then, because the way that we were looking at it, maybe just Bastion had more at the end there, because
Yeah, had to have. It's the only thing I can think of. Looks like I got to put
on the table.
another score sheet.
as far as I know, it's just a webcam that they have. Not certain of the quality of it. We're also using a Mac, which I'd never used before, so like I wasn't able to fine tune things as well as I would have liked because I don't know what I'm doing with those. But
Who's using the Mac?
the Mac is being used for the stream from Europe.
Wow.
It's DDM's Mac is what they're using. I don't know why. So
Yeah, I think we need to get Scott to make sure that he ships over all stuff.
It's the Stormtrooper garrison moving in front of.
We're just gonna just keep attacking these.
And then Dr. Evans and
I think
Ponda
it's
combo.
kind of in vain.
Yeah, they're very in vain. Plays the maintenance cost for the garrison. Maybe he's got like a Dark Jedi presence for that garrison.
That's a moss pile.
Well, he could exchange it. I guess that would
play it during that battle.
Yeah. Maybe he runs 2.
It's possible.
I mean, either way, he's going to be
In the
losing.
40 power beatdown.
Yeah, he's going to be losing to the drain at Worlds here.
It's like all 3 Emperors now, right?
That would be my guess. And another Garrison.
Got the Garrison with the sniper combo. Or
Oh.
sorry about the last rather.
Sorry about the Mestum. Nice.
Yep. That was a solo play from Lost Pile.
Okay. And then that's EPP Qui-Gon, right?
And Anakin.
Yeah. So Mishki's just trying to end.
It's
end
not
the
it's
game
not
here.
looking good for.
The end of the game right here. We're gonna see a handshake.
It's Vader. Vader's gonna swing at somebody.
I mean, Stefan doesn't have the kick.
Well, he had one in hand at some point, a kick combo. Did he have to play
Yeah.
it last battle?
I don't know. Because,
But
I mean,
that he could exchange and
Yeah.
still use. And that, yeah.
well, Mishki hasn't grabbed the cards. Could exchange, use it. Mishki grabs it, so that way he stops the looping of Gick.
Yeah. I think it's still in his hand.
Looks like there's a Dark Jedi present
Well,
too.
yeah, it's over. Yeah, so Brian wins that one.
Sure. Okay.
There's a handshake.
Yeah, there was the handshake, but you know what? After the last game, I think we wait.
I'm pretty sure I know who won that game.
Well, I think everybody's pretty sure, but I mean, we were all pretty sure that Greg won too. I mean, are you willing to bet a beer on it?
Several.
I am definitely willing to bet a beer on that Brian Mishki won that game. Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think the only person who would take that bet is Matt Crewley with his impulsive game.
I'm unsure of exactly what happened in that game, Mike Jim. But apparently, yes, Greg did lose. Say is currently 1-1 on screen.
Yeah, we are guessing that was a